Wherever you're going, I've got what to wear. On the plane, in the car, on a train, let me tell you what to wear while you're getting there. Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm so glad you dropped in for some style inspiration. Today specifically, we're talking about what to wear while you're traveling. Not once you get there necessarily, but while you're on the go. My name is Kay. If this is the first time you've dropped in on one of my videos, I want to give you a very warm and special welcome. I'm so glad that you found me here. I blog at dressformyday.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, here each Wednesday, I upload new content. My goal is simply to provide style inspiration, beauty inspiration, a little fitness inspiration too, for us gals 50 and above, so that we can show up, speak up, do a little good, all because we've simply gotten dressed for our days. All right, let's get on with today's topic. I realize that most of us aren't going much of anywhere these days. We are living in a different day and age, that's for sure. But hopefully one of these days things are going to change. And even right now, maybe you're able to get away for a little weekend getaway to a cabin, or maybe you're able to go visit some family. I sure hope so. We all could use a vacation and a break. I know I certainly could. And I think we're planning on taking a little car trip maybe sometime in the near future, or getting down to see some family if things get okay. And when I do, I know what I'll be wearing in the car or on a plane if we eventually do that again too. You see, I've determined over the years what to wear and what not to wear when I travel. Do you ever watch people in the airport? I certainly do. I'm a big people watcher. And one of the things that fascinates me is to see what people are wearing. And I tell you, I really envy and really kind of looked up to those women who look pulled together and neat and somehow a little bit stylish, but I can also tell they still must be comfortable in what they're wearing. You know, we're not in the day anymore where we put on our heels or a suit to get on the airplane, but I do still think there's something to be said for dressing in a way that looks pulled together, that looks somewhat chic, you know, and just a little stylish. But also, I am all for comfort. At 56 years old, I am done with, you know, just fussy clothes and putting on things that make me feel ill at ease. So I do have some qualifications for what I think we need to wear when we're traveling. Let me see if you would also agree with these. These are the 13 things. I know that's a lot, but 13 boxes that I think anything I wear when I'm traveling needs to check. And here they are. The first thing is the pieces I wear need to be breathable. They need to have that breathable quality so that my clothing doesn't get hot or stuffy. I also want it to be wrinkle resistant so that whether I'm sitting in a car all day or on an airplane, or those pieces are packed in luggage, they don't come out all wrinkly. So I don't want things that wrinkle. I want them to be abrasion resistant. By that, I mean I don't want them to easily tear or get ripped or have threads that get pulled. I've had that happen. Have you, where you sit down in an airplane and maybe something just gets picked, or something in a sweater is just almost ruined because of just moving around a lot and everything. So it needs to be abrasion resistant. It also needs to be moisture wicking. Let's face it, I'm in my 50s, so sometimes when I'm in the car, I'm in the plane or whatever, everybody else around me can be nice and cool, but suddenly I'm hot. And so I need for the fabric of what I'm wearing while I travel to be moisture wicking. I also want it to be washable. And when I say washable, I mean I want it to be able to go in a washing machine, or I want to even be able to put it in a sink with sudsy water and wash it out. Because sometimes when you're traveling, especially overseas, you need to be able to do that, right? To wash things out even by hand. Then I need it to dry quickly. I don't necessarily need it to be something that can go in the dryer, but that is a bonus. But I do want it to be something that can dry quickly and easily. I also want it to be packable, and by that I mean I want it to pack down. I want it to compress into a very small space. I don't want the things I wear when I'm traveling to take up a lot of space in the suitcase on my way home or my way there. I also want the pieces, especially that I'm traveling in, to have multiple pockets. I need multiple pockets for just, you know, cash and my credit card, for my ID, for my glasses, you know, just for all those things that we need to have on us sometimes while we're traveling. So I especially love pants with multiple pockets and with zip pockets. So those are things I'm always looking for. And then I'm also looking for an elasticized waistband, or definitely a flat waistband. So even if it has maybe a snap and a zip in the front, I still want everything to be flat, and I want that waistband though to be elasticized so that it moves with me, so that I can move around, bend around, all those sorts of things you got to do when you're traveling. I want it to be chafe free. In other words, I don't want anything rubbing me wrong while I'm traveling. I don't want anything to be binding. I don't want it to be, you know, itching me in the wrong places. I want it to be chafe free. I want dark colors because I want it to be really stain free. So even if I do spill some coffee on me or some tea or whatever, I don't want it to show up. So, you know, you're jostling coffees and cold drinks and even sometimes food in the car. And so I don't want it to stain easily, or at least I don't want it to show those stains easily. It's also a bonus if that fabric can have some sun protection properties. So that's just a bonus, doesn't have to, but you know, you're riding in a car, you got the sun beaming on you all day, or maybe you're doing some walking and everything. So it's always a good thing if that fabric does have some sun protection properties. All right, so those are my 13 things that I'm looking for. And let me tell you where I found them. I have probably 3 brands in particular that I've chosen to find some things from. There are probably other ones out there, but remember, I'm looking for some really specific 13 things. That's a lot. To find that, I have discovered that the best fabric for these items would be something maybe in a recycled polyester with some lycra or spandex. So that's generally what I'm looking for, especially in pants. I don't mind traveling in a t-shirt or something like that up top, but for my pants, I want them to have those qualities. I have found that Athleta carries a whole line called commuter or travel clothes, so those are great to shop. I'm going to have links to everything I show you in the description box below. Another brand that I'm loving is Nic+Zoe, and they have what they call tech stretch fabrics that are perfect for travel. They have all of those qualities. And then even Talbots in their T for Talbots line have some pants and some crop pants and such that have that blend of fabric that works perfectly as far as it being packable, wrinkle resistant, easy to wash, easy to dry, all those sorts of things. So the outfits that I'm going to show you include those pieces. Let's get started with the first one. This first outfit is from Athleta. It's the Brooklyn wide leg crop pants. Now I love these because they are airy and breathable. These actually have 5 pockets and 3 of them are zipper pockets. That is just stellar to me. That's wonderful. I'm just wearing a white V-neck t-shirt here, and my black leather flip-flops are from Sperry. Like I said, there'll be links to everything in the description box below, so you can check that out there. And then I'm just carrying my denim jacket. I do find that I love traveling with my denim jacket because once I get to where I'm going, it goes with everything, but it also works really nicely for traveling. This Levi's original trucker jacket actually has inside pockets where I often tuck away my phone or my sunglasses or my reading glasses, so that works beautifully. All right, this next outfit, I like it because I mentioned that I normally like darker colors, and I do, but I went with a blue here, and I do love these. These are the Athleta Venture pants, and they do come in other color choices though too. I love these. They actually have 7 pockets. Isn't that wonderful? And I'm just wearing a linen button-up tee here from Eileen Fisher. The leather tote is from Everlane. That will be linked down below. I'm not sure they still have it in this taupe color, but they do have other colors. Once again, you see my black flip-flops from Sperry. And I'm keeping my jewelry very minimal in all of these looks. All right, my third look for you here is another one from Athleta. It's the Chelsea Utility Wide Leg Pants. This one has 6 pockets, 2 front and 2 back pockets, and then 2 of the snap cargo pockets. I'm also wearing, I love these because they're just wide leg pants, but oh, they hang so nicely, and they're just beautiful pants. They're pretty thin, but I love that for traveling. And then the top actually is really kind of a swim top, believe it or not. But you know what? I checked the fabric, and it's just the same as if it weren't a swim top. The only thing is it does have some of that sun protection factor to it, so that's a nice thing. But I love the little zip at the neck. I thought that just added some interest. It's also from Athleta. I have a hat from Target. Let me give you a little tip here about your hat. Make sure that the hat that you pack is a packable hat. In other words, it's one that you can mush and fold and everything, and it won't, tear or break or anything. And then my bag here is a reversible bag. It's from Nordstrom, and I will give you a link to that. On the inside, it has a leopard print, but they also have some other variations on that too. All right, my next look has a top from Athleta. Actually, it's the one I'm wearing today. And then the pants I'm also wearing today, which are the Nic+Zoe Tech Stretch ankle pants. So these are the Tech Stretch ankle pants from Nic+Zoe. They don't have as many pockets, so that is one of the problems with them. A while ago when we were lacing me up to put on my sound equipment, we discovered that there are no back pockets, so that's not a great thing. It does have the 2 front pockets though. And I have worn also though the Nic+Zoe Tech Stretch jacket. I love this jacket. It's really free-flowing. It does cover the rear, so that's kind of nice when you're traveling. It's got a smocked waist, but it's still very loose, just lovely. And this also actually comes in a dark blue too, the whole thing does. All right, so the next outfit I'm showing you is also from Nic+Zoe. These are the Tech Stretch pants in the dark blue, or it's like an indigo navy. And then I just have them all white. I think I'm wearing a white tank here or a t-shirt. I'll link it below so you'll know. And then I'm wearing a light blue or a sky blue Tech Stretch shirt. So this shirt snaps, so you can easily unsnap it, and you can wear it as a cover over a t-shirt, or you can wear it by itself. I'm wearing my sneakers here. These sneakers are from Tory Burch. They're my pricier sneakers, but I'll tell you what, they are so worth the investment. I love these sneakers. They're amazingly comfortable. When I am traveling, I have TSA pre-check, so I don't have to take my shoes off. So really, I wear what is going to be comfortable, whether it's sneakers or flip-flops or whatever, because I won't be taking my shoes off. And then once again, I'm carrying that great tote from Everlane. All right, in my next look here, this one is from Talbot's, and these are their lightweight woven fabric crops with a little cutout here on the side, and I'm just wearing a navy and white. These are navy, by the way. These are their indigo. Their indigo is a very dark navy, almost black. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. But I'm wearing a navy and white 3/4 length sleeve t-shirt with it. This is old. I'm not sure if they have one of those anymore, but just a really neat outfit that is in the Talbot's, T by Talbot's line. And then my loafers here are from Everlane. You definitely need to size up in these. These are an Italian leather loafer, and I wore the red ones. I just thought that was a fun way to add a little color to this travel outfit. Okay, I want to go ahead and show you 2 more that are more fall and winter, because we're going to get there. Now these things are actually the pants here with this racer stripe down the side. These are not available right now, but I guarantee you Athleta will come out with another one like that very soon for the fall. And then my blazer is just my basic black blazer that I have from 1901. And then I have a ribbed white long sleeve t-shirt. This is actually an outfit I have worn traveling. Here I'm wearing my kind of what I call my winter sneakers. These are wedge sneakers, and they zip up on the side, and they're black leather, so they are great for traveling because they give you that sneaker feel, but they have just a little bit of an elevated heel, so really chic looking. Here's the same look, but this time I'm wearing it with my denim jacket and some canvas white sneakers. So you can see that those, and I really have worn this both in the car and on the airplane, and it serves me so well. And finally, let me tell you about what I'm wearing. I'm just wearing the Tech ankle stretch pants. I know you can't see those, but I'm also wearing the same Athleta top that I showed you earlier. But I wanted to tell you about this. Is an Athleta blazer, and so it's a commuter blazer, so it's really made with lots of stretch. I mean, oh my word, this is just so comfortable. It's a nice, breathable, bendable, wrinkle-free, wrinkle-resistant fabric. Once again, this is pretty pricey, but in the black it is. I got this in the olive when it was on deep sale recently, so like a fraction of the cost. This was a real win. I'm pretty sure this is probably sold out by the time I'm showing you this video. But here's what I want to tell you about all these pieces. I realize that whether it's the Nic+Zoe, the Athleta, or even the Talbot's pieces, all of these travel pieces are fairly pricey. They're not like off the Richter scale or anything, but they are pricey. And the reason is you're paying for that specialty fabric. You're paying for all those 13 things that I listed, but you're also getting all 13 of those features. And so if you want, when you're traveling, especially overseas, but really anytime you're traveling for a long time, you want to be comfortable. You want these 13 features. So here's what I'm encouraging you to do. If you need to, if you're really planning a big trip, bite the bullet and budget for it and buy those nice pieces that will help you travel well. Otherwise, look for sales like I did with this jacket, and then you will be able to purchase those things beforehand because you know you're going to be traveling again. This blazer is great, especially if you have business travel. For instance, James and I were supposed to be going to Asia in August. We're not getting to do that, but this would have been perfect to wear because I had some business type events that I was going to be attending there. And so know ahead what you're going to be doing, look for those sales, watch these websites, and pick up those pieces at those great prices. So those are some great options. The links to everything I've shown you that's still available or something that's very similar are down in the description box below. Let me tell you something, by the way. To get to that description box, simply click on the little arrow below this video and it'll open up that description box and you'll see all those links. Not only do I have links to all the products I've shown you today, but I also have links to where you can find me and connect with me on Instagram, on Facebook, in my private Facebook group, and of course at my blog, dressformyday.com. I would love to connect with you in all those places. If you've enjoyed today's video and hopefully benefited from it some, would you give me a little thumbs up down there? I would really appreciate that. Leave me a comment. Let me know what kind of traveling you do, what kind of traveling you have planned coming up. I hope you have a trip coming up. I hope I do too. We all need one, don't we? And when we do, we know what to wear to get there. All right, I'll see you next time.